What is up, Nephilim? This is the Chig coming at you with another Diablo 4 build guide. Today we are going to be talking about a build that was brought to my attention when I accidentally found a legendary with an interesting power on my stream the other day, and a viewer sent me a link. This is not my build. I will put a link to the original video and the build guide down below. But yeah, before we get started, go and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Anything you can do to help out the channel. Don't forget, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we are giving away a copy of a video game of your choice. Hopefully it's D4 for a different platform. Hey. Anyway, let's hop right into it. This is a build that is amazing. It is a Shred Druid, and the only unique power you need is right here. Grizzly Rage now shapeshifts you into a Dire Werewolf. As Dire Werewolf, you gain movement speed and spirit cost reduction. Bonus in addition, kills heal you for 10% of your maximum life. There's a lot of other things that are synergistic with this. I don't have very many of them. I have that one, which you get from a dungeon, and I'm pretty sure that's the only one I have. Yeah, it's the only one I have. So, yeah, as long as you have the Grizzly Rage skill, you are good to go. Anyway, let's hop right into the build. So the generator is Claw. So shapeshift into a werewolf, deal 20% weapon damage. Claw's attack speeds increased by 10%, and Claw has a 10% chance to attack twice. It does give you extra resource if it attacks twice, but we don't get that yet. So you're gonna go ahead and grab Shred. You're gonna go ahead and grab. So Shred does 3 attacks for 35 Spirit. It hits once for 25%, once for 35%, and then once for 60%. It takes a little bit to do the whole thing, but it does it. This gives Shred 30% extra attack speed and makes it heal you for 1% of your maximum life if an enemy is struck. And then we pick up Primal Shred. You could also use Raging Shred if you don't have a lot of crit chance yet, just for the extra guaranteed damage. So you grab Primal Shred, you go up here and you grab not Fierce Claw, you grab Wild Claw, so you have a chance to attack twice. And then we are just going to put another point into Earthen Bulwark, surround you for 3 seconds, granting a barrier. And then we are going to grab Enhanced Earthen Bulwark, which makes you unstoppable, so it gets you out of CC. And then we are going to get Preserving Earthen Bulwark, which gives you 18% base life as Fortify every time you hit the button. Then we are going to grab Debilitating Roar, CCs the enemies, makes them deal less damage for 4 seconds. We're going to get Enhanced Debilitating Roar, which makes Debilitating Roar fortify you for 22% of your life, so you get even more fortify. And then we are going to grab Innate Debilitating Roar, which is going to make them slowed for the duration of Debilitating Roar, which is awesome. Now we are going to go up here and we're going to put points into Shred. How many points do we need? So we need 3 more points, so we're going to finish out Shred. Bang. Then we're going to go down here, and as you can see, we're not going to pick up any of those, right? So you can start filling in some of these spots. So go ahead and grab Neurotoxin. Go ahead and grab Envenom. Poison enemies take extra critical hit damage. And we're going to grab Toxic Claws. Grab them in the other order, right? So grab Toxic Claws, 3 of 3. That way werewolf skills deal extra damage when they crit as poison. And then you're going to grab Envenom to make poisoned enemies take 30% increased critical strike damage. Then, this is the big one, Grizzly Rage. This is why you need that ability, why you need that item. Shapeshift into a Dire Werebear for 12 seconds, gaining 20% bonus damage and 20% damage reduction, etc., etc. But what it actually does is shapeshift you into a Dire Werewolf. You gain 29% movement speed, up to 38, instead of damage reduction, and spirit cost reduction. In addition, you heal every time you kill an enemy. Alright, so let's pop back over here, finish out the build, right? So you're going to grab 1 point in Grizzly Rage, 1 point in Prime Grizzly Rage, makes you unstoppable while it is active. And then we're going to grab 1 point in Supreme Grizzly Rage. Gain Fortify, per second while it's active. Then we are going to grab 1 point into defensive posture, and then we're going to put 3 points into nature's resolve, which is going to give us a chance to fortify 4% of our HP every time we take damage, which is amazing. Then we're going to go up here, we're going to grab ancestral fortitude, bump, and then we are going to put a couple of points into vigilance. I think 2's enough, yeah. 2 points into vigilance, which is going to give us 10% damage reduction for 6 seconds after using a defensive skill. So all 3 of these are defensive skills, or yeah, all 3 of these are defensive skills, right? So kind of goofed a little earlier, so maybe you should grab Blood Hell when you're here instead of being a baddie. Anyway, so all 3 of these are defensive skills. So you get 1 point in Blood Howl. Whenever you howl, gives you 20% of your maximum life. Enhanced Blood Howl reduces the cooldown of Blood Howl by 1 second every time you kill an enemy. And then Preserving Blood Howl gives you attack speed by 15 for 4 seconds. Then we're going to go down here, and we are going to throw our capstone point into Lupin Ferocity. Every 6 werewolf skill automatically critically strikes and deals extra damage, which is just going to make it just so good. So good. So good. Alright, so now we can just start filling in passive points. So you've got all of those. Some very important passive points are up here on the tree. You want to grab 1 point into Heart of the Wild, and then you want to get 3 points into these 2 Wild Impulses. Your core skills cost more spirit but deal more damage, and your basic skills generate more damage, or generate more resource, which is amazing. And then we can just work our way down the tree. We're going to finish this out to get 15% damage reduction after using a skill. We're going to throw more points into Debilitating Roar because it really is really, really good. Just reduces the cooldown, which, you know, more cooldowns means more attacks. More attacks means more better, right? I'm going to throw an extra point into here to make poison enemies take more damage because flat damage increases are just amazing. Go ahead and increase defensive posture all the way to max because you want to be able to get extra fortify whenever you get the opportunity, and then we can just pop back around and make sure we're filling out everything else. So we go up here and grab 1 point into Predatory Instinct, 3 points into Digitigrade Gait, which gives you movement speed when you are in werewolf form, and then it persists after you're out of werewolf form, and then put 2 points into 2 more points into Predatory Instinct. You don't have to do the passives in that order. Basically do the passives in whatever your preference is. Anyway, this build is really good, and it only requires 1 item. So let me show you how it works. As you can see, I just have a bunch of melee skills on my screen here. I'm going to grab this chest because why would I not, just to see if there's anything in there. Channeling Shrine is going to make this so much better. Okay, so just pop your cooldowns and hold down right click. That's literally all you got to do. It is amazing. As your cooldowns come back up, you just hit the buttons, and I mean, obviously I have a little bit better resource management right now because I have the shrine, but like, this is how it plays. You just hold down right click and you do stuff. You're gonna get to see this without that in a second anyway. So let's go grab either this other pack of elites or the event, whichever happens to be here. Let's go see. But this works out really super duper well, right? So it looks like, no, this doesn't look like an event. Okay, so maybe we do get the other pack of elites. Let's see. They're not over here, but anyway, like literally you can just pop your stuff. You don't even have to pop the big cooldown when you're fighting other mobs. Like, you can just fight them, right? Just fight them. And as you can see, you don't even really need the cooldown for this to be effective. If you do not yet have the item that gives you Grizzly Rage being a werewolf skill, I would recommend it just going ahead and using something like Hurricane in that spot, just for the extra damage, the extra resource and everything that it's going to give you. Or, you know, Creeper, or basically just anything you want. Just anything that's going to help you out with your gameplay in any way. but like we basically have infinity resource when we have our cooldowns. Yeah, it's just really good in general, right? Like it's so good, and your health is always at full almost, like, and you're always fortified, and you're just always keeping on, right? And like anytime you take damage or you CC'd, you just pop one of your defensive cooldowns, and it takes you out of the CC, and your DPS is really good. Like, I'm going to use this to farm my set that I want to use for endgame, and it just gets better as you get the pieces, right? So, yeah, man, go out there and try this one. Get that item. It's super, super common drop. I had disenchanted a couple before I knew it was worth doing. Now I've got it, and I am sad I didn't start using it before. Anyway, like I said, a link to the original build is going to be in the description of this video. Go out there and try this. Let us know what you think. Go give the original creator a like and a follow as well. And I will see you guys in the next one.